Welcome to RTP Business Live. Our guest today is Troy Alcorn. He is the owner of Buckeye Computer Services. Troy, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Glad to have you here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Buckeye Computer Service?
Buckeye Computer Service is a veteran-owned business, small business. And
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And we do computer repairs, installations.
Okay. All right, let's delve into that a little bit more. Give us a feel for what kind of services you provide.
We do repair services, networking, all kinds of installs and data transfers, and pretty much whatever the customer needs.
Okay, when we say customer, retail and commercial?
Retail and
small
commercial,
business?
yes.
Okay, gotcha. What makes Buckeye Computer Service stand out from your competitors?
I really think number one is our philosophy. We really look at our customers as partners. So we want to help them succeed rather than just fix a problem. And the other thing is that we're mobile. We come to you. We don't have a brick and mortar, location.
Oh, okay.
So when you have a problem, we'll come to you, and that really saves a lot of time and hassle for the customer.
Absolutely.
With unhooking the computer and knowing where all the cables go and all that.
Well, that's a good point, because if I bring my computer to you or someone and plug it in, and do we know that that's going to fix the problem because that environment, is it going to be the same as at the customer site?
And we do see that on occasion. It definitely makes a difference because, the symptoms that you see in your problem may not be the problem. The cause of the problem may be something locally. Maybe it's a network cable or a router or a switch or something to that isn't in the computer. So you take it to a business somewhere to have it fixed, and after 3 or 4 days of being there, you take it home or back to the office and plug it back in, and you're still getting the same symptoms because the computer really wasn't the problem.
Okay, so the symptom may be throwing you off, and okay.
It's definitely better to see it in its natural environment.
Right, because I would assume that if you took it to a repair place, that's a pretty highly tuned environment, and that may not put forth the issue that's really messing up your computer and frustrating you at the same time. So doing it on site makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Gotcha. Do you have some advice to give our viewers when it comes to their computers?
Yeah, really a couple things. Buy the best computer you can afford. Technology changes, drastically. As we all know, it evolves. And
can we break that down a little bit? Best in terms of, I don't know what the important components are now. Is it CPU or
CPU,
is it graphics
memory,
card or
graphics? Yeah.
Okay.
Basically CPU, memory, and hard drive. Buy the most that you can get. Programs are always getting larger. If you do digital pictures, they take up a lot of storage space. So you want to buy the best that you can afford, and it'll last longer. It's gonna last you longer over time because as technology evolves, that faster, larger machine is gonna be able to handle things longer.
Gotcha. Okay. So we kind of touched on buy the best computer. Any other thoughts that people need to focus in on
Regular maintenance is important. It's just like your car. A tune-up every now and then, every 6 months or a year, will keep it running smoothly.
I guess incrementally, the computers seem to slow down, but it's such a gradual thing that you may not notice it.
They do, and a lot of that
such a frustrating level.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with the technology evolving.
Okay.
As you're using your computer, you're getting Windows updates. That's making Windows do more. So it's taking more power, more CPU, more hard drive space, and the computer is trying to keep up.
Okay.
So it definitely helps.
Are we winning the virus war? Are we?
No.
No. Okay.
No, not really. It's definitely, they're out there. And the best thing to do there is just be aware of where you're at. What, you're going to a website, be aware of where that website is. If it's a .com, it could be anywhere, but a lot of times you'll see a web address that ends in .ru, or those are specific location websites. And if you're trying to go to Microsoft and it's not Microsoft.com, it's Microsoft.com.ru, that's not Microsoft.
Okay.
And somebody's trying to
Somebody's
put something
pretending to
over.
be.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
gotcha.
So a lot of times being aware of where you're at and what you're looking for. If you're not sure, don't go there.
Okay.
And
there's another way to get the information you need.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, viruses are definitely out there, and it's one of the largest things that we see.
I would think, and that's a scary prospect.
It is.
Because so much of one's life is on their computer these days.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything, I hear backup talk a lot. Not only, I guess I hear it more in the business environment, but I guess I should be thinking about it personally as well.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Backup and data recovery, or not data recovery, but disaster recovery.
Okay.
You hear them interchangeably a lot, but they are two different things. A backup, think of a backup as, you save your pictures on your computer,
Right.
and you do a backup. So you copy those pictures to an external hard drive or a thumb drive. And what do you do with that? You put it you put it right there in the desk drawer.
Right, sitting right next to you.
Exactly. So that backup is fine, but the reason you're backing it up is in case something catastrophic happens, you don't lose it.
Right.
And if those are family photos for the past 10 years, that could be a big loss.
Oh, that'd be devastating.
Or business data if you're
Sure.
if you're a small business or a large business. That backup isn't going to help if there's a disaster.
Right.
Disaster recovery is a backup offsite.
Okay. Now, is
So-
that necessarily in the cloud, as they
Not
say
necessarily,
these days? Or,
not
okay.
necessarily, but that is normally, usually, at this point in time, the most cost-effective, the easiest solution, especially for a residential customer.
Okay.
Me sitting at home, a cloud backup is very simple. I install it, and it runs. I don't have to do anything with it. It takes care of itself. And that is definitely a very good option.
Okay.
And then if you have that catastrophe, you don't lose your stuff because it's in
I
the
get
cloud.
you to fix my computer, then I pull that stuff back down from the cloud,
Yep.
and I don't miss a beat.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, Troy, we've covered a lot of ground today. Are there any things we need to touch on for people to know a little bit more? Because this is certainly an involved subject. Your computer is a big part of one's life these days.
I think the only other thing really is when you're ready to purchase a machine, you're looking at buying a new computer, is get some advice, some professional advice. I've seen customers that
Is that professional advice from the salesman at the store?
No, from somebody in the computer industry. Because I've seen customers take that software that they want to install,
Right.
and the software has system requirements on it, and they take that to the store and they find a computer that meets those requirements. Well, those are minimum requirements,
Okay.
and they end up having more issues than getting some professional advice. Hey, yeah, those are minimum requirements, but you really should have a machine that can do this.
It will run maybe, but it
Exactly.
won't run well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There's a difference there.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for that. And thank you very much for joining us today. It's been great to have Troy Alcorn here. He's the owner at Buckeye Computer Service. And there's going to be some information at the end of this video for contacting Troy and getting more information. As it's probably imminently evident, leaving computers to the amateurs may not be the way to go in the long run, so get some professional advice and some professional help. There will also be some information on the web page as well. Thank you for joining us today. Again, I'm Bob Collier with RTP Business Live. See you again soon.